What's up, y'all? It's Deon.
And we are back for another monthly series video. I think that in our last video, Deon and I actually mentioned that we were considering doing like a monthly video on discussing things that we've learned, that we're experiencing now, things we overcome, and the things we want to share with you guys regarding love, marriage, relationships, all that good stuff. For this video, we actually on our last video, we got asked from one of our subscribers to discuss. First of all, her name is Mika Jones. Hey Mika.
What's up, Mika?
She said, I think you guys should start from the beginning though. Well, she said she liked the video. She was all for the monthly series, but she wanted us to start from the beginning, like the dating for a while and discussing marriage stage, because I think a lot of us are at that stage and want to be more prepared. And we read that comment and we thought it was such a good idea because, you know, whenever you're like in a relationship, it's kind of long term, you know, you've been with them for a while and you think you see something, you know, more, you know, possibly coming with them. You want to have that discussion where it's like, okay, are we on the same page? Are we, you know, is marriage in the future, you know, and it's kind of how do you bring up that conversation, and not only that, but just how do you know like you found the one and like this is someone that you can see something with in the future. So, babe.
So to start that off, okay. So I feel like within 6 to 8 months in your relationship, by then I feel like you know that individual. At least you know a couple of buttons to push and what makes that person uncomfortable.
Yeah, you kind of know them. But
yeah, so that's the thing. You kind of know them or you know them or whatever. You're learning the person. You should be able to discuss any and everything. I think by 8 months, just being direct in a relationship, like, I feel like you should be able to discuss anything. Anywhere from 6 to 8 months, if you don't know what like ticks that person off, at least what ticks the person off, what makes the person feel uncomfortable, and what just like pushes them over the edge, then y'all don't need to be together. It's that simple.
I don't know if I agree with that, babe. I'm saying because, okay, 6 months to me is like, it's still really early on.
That's half a year. That's a semester, dang it.
I know, but I don't think that you fully know someone. Personally, I don't think you fully know someone after 6 months.
No, I'm not saying you fully know them. I'm saying you should know them enough to know what makes them uncomfortable.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Okay? So I'm not saying that, 6 months pass and we're head over heels for each other and we're in love. No, negative. What I was saying is that I feel like on a time frame of anywhere from 6 to 8 months, you should be able to bring it up. That person shouldn't get uncomfortable. And you all should be able to discuss it openly, the likes and dislikes or the pros and cons of that situation, or if that person wants to get married, or if that person even like, if that thought ever crossed that person's mind.
Okay, so I kind of agree with Deon, but for ladies, and this is more so from a ladies' perspective, I can say for me personally, like I have never ever been a girl that's kind of date just to date. Like that's never been me. I don't really date for like a hobby. I've never just kind of been like, let me go ahead, get in a relationship with him, call him my boyfriend, but I never want to get married. I never want to take things serious. I never want to be fully committed to him. And there are people. What are you saying? No, I was not.
She be telling something.
Okay, no. That was my actual boyfriend. I never. No.
Okay, yeah, I got you. You're right.
Thank you.
She be trying to.
He was a player.
Trying to act like she was just good all the time.
Whatever.
That's a tell.
No. Whatever. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that like my mindset whenever Deon and I got together and it was like, this is my boyfriend, I'm his girlfriend, I was 100% committed to our relationship, like from day one, simply because when we got together.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't hear that part.
Whenever we were in an actual relationship, like things were, we had a title. So once we were in an actual relationship, I took our relationship seriously, and I expected him to also, because like I said, for me, I wasn't dating just to date. Now, did I know that we would end up getting married? Absolutely not. Like whenever I got with him, marriage wasn't on my mind. Like I wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna get married to him, but I got with him because I could see something potentially blossoming into, you know, marriage. And I think it's so important to make sure that you make your standards known, ladies. Deon knew up front. Let me tell y'all. Whenever Deon and I first started dating, he never wanted to get married. Okay? He never wanted to get married. I didn't want to get married. And whenever we were first talking, stop. Whenever we were first talking, before we even got in a relationship, whenever we were first talking, I had told him, like, look, like, I want to get married, you know, we're going to be together, like, you know, this is what I want. I eventually want to get married. Not necessarily to you, but one day I plan to get married to someone, whether it's you or someone else. And so whenever we first started dating, whenever we first started, you know, talking and dating, he never wants to get married, but the day he asked me to be his girlfriend, I took that as okay, if he's asking to be with me, then he's taking that part of me too, with the intention of possibly one day getting married. And I think there's nothing wrong, ladies, with making it known up front, like what your standards are and what you aspire to have. Now, I'm not saying first date, sit him down and say, look, like, I want a ring, you know, within a month, within a year, like, you know, I want this, and this. Like, that's doing too much, and you will scare men off if you do that. But, you know, if you guys are having conversations about, like, your past, your life, you know, what you want for the future, don't be afraid to bring up, like, look, you know, like, in 5 years,
yeah, she
you know,
10
years, you know,
we need to be engaged, or else I'm gonna be finding somebody else or something of that sort. She said to me.
Yeah, because I was like, 5 years. Let me say, I am not. Kudos to the people to the girls that stick around, you know, for 5, 6, 7 years with no ring. Like, kudos to y'all. But for me personally, nah, no. My maximum was like, what, I think I said 5 years, right? Mm-hmm. My max was 5. But honestly, knowing me, after like 3 years, it would have been like okay. Like 3 or 4 years, it would have been like, okay, time is ticking. So I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with bringing it, with setting a standard up front, because at the end of the day, you do not want to waste your time. I'm telling you, you do not want to waste your time with someone who is not on the same page as you. A lot of times people can fall into the, you know, oh, he can be this, or I can see him being that. Now, when it comes to like profession, like stuff like that, you know, of course that comes over time. But you know a person's intentions, their character, their principles, their morals, that kind of stuff is long lasting. And that kind of stuff is stuff that you, especially women, you can catch on to it really, really quickly. And you know, okay, if he cheated on me last week, he gonna most likely do it again. So it's like stuff like that. Like, you know, their character is
not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
He came to terms with what he did and just like thought it was bad, you know. And then he's like, "Baby, take me back," and you take him back and just take him back, you know.
Right, but again, that comes from knowing your man. You know, if it happens and you genuinely believe that he can change, then go on about it. I don't play with cheating. Cheating is not. He knows. I don't get crazy on him.
She knows.
Whatever. But anyway.
Okay. She was a player guy. Don't let her fool you.
I wasn't no player.
Okay.
Anyways, my point is that you know like character, morals, things like that are kind of stuff.
Yeah, I believe it.
So, you know, if a person's moral compass is completely opposite of yours, don't do it. Don't stick around. Like, just don't do it to yourself.
So basically, the fact of the matter is that it really just depends on the time of the relationship, how much you know that person, how much you trust that person, the understanding that you all have, and how much you think you possibly love him or her, for that matter. So you can bring it. I'm direct. So if it's the person that you can say, "Hello, what you want? Do you want to get married? How many kids you want to have? None. Do you want to get married? No. May change. I don't know. If you don't like it, deuces." But I'm just saying, that's just me.
Right.
But everybody has their own preference and their own perspective. Yeah. So it's basically up to you. Whenever you feel that you know that person enough and you're comfortable.
Yes. And
bring it up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And the key is like he said, it's like whenever you know that person well enough to know that you're comfortable with having a conversation with them. When would you like to get married? How many kids would you like to have? Where would you like to live? That whole conversation has to take place at some point, and it should generally happen whenever you two, or whenever, you know, you two feel comfortable enough with each other to have a conversation and be able to take it, you know, in a good way. I'll say with me and Deon, we knew we were in love with each other. How long was it? It was like 6 months after we started talking. We knew our feelings for each other really, really early on. So for us, that conversation wasn't as difficult. And it didn't take as long. Like I didn't have to wait, you know, a year or 2 years for us to have a conversation. Because granted, we got engaged like 2.5 years after we started dating. So, you know, for us it went a little quicker because kind of, like I said, I knew what I wanted. It all is based on relationship, how well you know each other, how comfortable you are, and things like that.
Once you have those things figured out, I feel like you can discuss anything almost openly without there being any kind of repercussions.
But again, women, don't be afraid to kind of set the standard up front. You know, don't be afraid to tell him what you aspire to have one day. Just that way you save yourself some future pain, some future heartbreak, and you don't want to waste your time, and no one wants to waste your time. Just stay true to who you are. Don't settle. Stay true to who you are and just know what you want and go for it, girl. You got it. You got it. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys have any topic suggestions for our next video or our next videos, then feel free to leave them down below because we would love to hear what you guys would like to hear from us. Also, one more thing, please don't forget to rate this video, comment if you want to, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.